So this little guy right over here, this little one out on the East Coast, Delaware. It's your turn, my friend. See what you got. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Dumb Laws from the Grave. I'm your host, Grave Knives, and obviously we got Delaware going today. We got a whole whopping 2 laws for state laws. And starting off with, for Delaware, R-rated movies shall not be shown at drive-in theaters. Now, we actually have a drive-in where I live. You don't see a whole lot of them anymore. But it's neat. I've been to the drive-in a number of times. It's fun. And I can understand, though, why certain R-rated movies probably shouldn't be shown. Certain R-rated movies. And I can understand where they were like, well, where do we start splitting the hairs at? Well, it makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. But, well, I guess it does depend on your location, too. Because my drive-in that I have here, well, you can just walk down the tracks and over the hillside and sit there and watch the movie. And as far as volume, well, they have their own little broadcast through the radio. You just tune it in on your radio. So you just got to bring a portable radio, sit up on the hillside, and you can go watch the movies for free. Not like I've ever done that. I've never done that. Moving on. Okay, next law is it is illegal to fly over any body of water unless one is carrying sufficient supplies of food and drink. Probably a good idea. I mean, think ahead. Don't end up dead. We should coin that phrase. Someone else probably already has. Wow, I mean, already we are into city laws. That's 2 state laws. Wow. Alright, so on to our city laws. In Fenwick Island, one may not lay down on the beach at night. Who knows? Probably has something to do with perhaps falling asleep and the tide coming in and people drowning. I don't know. Does that happen? I bet that could happen. I don't know. I never really went to the beach. Not, at least, not a beach on any type of coastline where it's, you're actually at the ocean. Maybe a beach to a lake, but never really considered that much of a beach. Ain't that a beach? Persons may not change. That was a terrible fucking joke. Persons may not change clothes in their car. Just the city or the Fenwick Island, you're not allowed to change clothes in your car. Well, I'm sure that really stops people. It is illegal to have a picnic on a highway. Why? Why would you fucking have a picnic on a highway? It's not even so much the law is dumb, but obviously the act is dumb. That one in itself implies a lot to me that somebody did it. Somebody was like, well, every Sunday we have a picnic here. It's not our fault you put the interstate through here. In Lewis? Is it Lewis or Lewis? In Lewis, I want to say Lewis, but we'll say Lewis. Lewis, Delaware. It is illegal to wear pants that are firm fitting around the waist. So no yoga pants? Is that what we're saying? No spandex? No grippies? Well, these are pants, so I guess grippy shorts won't be counted. But firm fitting. Man, the fact that they actually were like, you know what? It is a law now. What the hell are y'all doing over there in Lewis, Delaware that made people like outlaw firm fitting pants? Getting married on a dare is grounds for an annulment. I was kind of hoping that would say that they actually got fined if they went through, with a dare, getting, oh. But apparently in Lewis, Delaware, they accept the fact of truth or dare being a real thing. Oh, you were dared? You were dared to be in this marriage? So there you go, Lewis, Delaware. If you get into a marriage and you actually want out and you and your other party are like, you know what, this was a bad idea. Let's just go say that it was a dare and get this annulled. I don't know how much that cost. Rehoboth Beach. Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Obviously, again, it's a beach, and normally we have cities and counties. This one's thrown in beaches. There's all these beaches all over the beaching place. I don't know. God, why can't I make a good joke out of that? No person shall no person shall change clothes in his or her vehicle. Again, another beach. So, some people have problems with people changing their clothes inside their vehicle when they're at the beach. Well, why does this feel like there's an underlying reason there? There's something else. Because, even I have changed my clothes in my car before, and most people probably have, actually. It's probably not that odd of an event. Be like, oh, I've got to, whether you're going to a job or if you're working multiple jobs and you got to switch, it's happened. Something happens to your clothes. You just happen to be a weirdo and keep a spare set of clothes in your car in the duffel bag just in case something happens. And yeah, people give you crap about it. But you know what? You had the clothes there to change. Personal experience. Sorry. So, I don't see it as such a huge problem about people changing their clothes in the car. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm too desensitized from all this graphic violence and nudity that I've seen on the drive-in. That I didn't see at the drive-in, my bad. On the hill by the tracks. On Halloween, children may only trick-or-treat from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., and if Halloween falls on a Sunday, they must trick-or-treat on October 30th during the same time interval. Now, I've always had issue with when I come across laws like this. Because counties change as well. Like where I grew up, the 30th and the 31st, we trick-or-treated on both those days. And it was pretty much, a little before sundown until about 10 o'clock at night. That's when we would go trick-or-treating. Different time, mind you, which feels weird saying that. It's between 6 and 8, is it even really dark then? Once it gets dark, it starts becoming fun, and the element of Halloween starts coming out. Then it's like, get your ass back inside. And only on a Saturday? Or, well, not on a Sunday. It can fall during any other day of the week, but not Sunday. That has a religious element to it. Definitely. One may not whisper in church. So, I don't know, usually whenever you whisper to something, whenever I have gone to church, which was a very long time ago, but whenever I've gone to church in the past, people communicate. Well, they whispered when you were sitting next to the person, so you didn't yell out and interrupt the priest with his sermon. At least the priest, I don't know. Preacher, probably. See, I told you, it was a long time ago. I'm good. Move on. One person shall not pretend to sleep on a bench on the boardwalk. So it's just pretending? Like if you're actually sleeping, it's fine, but if you're pretending to sleep, motherfucker, you're getting a ticket. Because somebody could be sleeping there, and you're faking, you're taking out the spot. Oh no. Changing into or out of a bathing suit in a public restroom is prohibited. What if you're in a stall? I'm assuming that that refers to walking into just like the open area, next to the sink, and you got your clothes laid out. You just go ahead and strip down and swap over, as opposed to going to a stall and closing and latching the door. I certainly hope that's what it means. All right, and this next law: 6-year-old girls may not run around without being fully clothed, which leaves me with all sorts of questions of why the specificness of the age. I mean, I can understand, the law. I mean, it's, well, the law. Fucking laws. But I can understand what they're saying, what their point is behind this. Get it. But why just 6? It doesn't say 6 and up. It doesn't say 6 to 18. It just 6. I don't know. It almost feels like it's a half-assed written law. Written. That's a word. But, fucking Delaware. Oh, alcohol may not be served in nightclubs if dancing is occurring on the premises at the same time. That makes no sense to me. I can't even begin to wrap my head around. I do remember a law in one of the states where it was, you couldn't drink alcohol while standing or something like that. In South Bethany, Delaware, which is our final law, all persons must carry a bag with them at all times when they walk their dog, in case said dog poops or risk a $100 fine. That's a dumb law. I don't really find that much as a dumb law, because I'll tell you what, if someone's walking their dog down the road and they let their dog run into my yard and it shits in my yard, I'm not gonna poops in the yard. So that'll be it for this episode. I had fun. Delaware has issues with your fucking wardrobe, where you sleep, and whether or not you whisper in church. Those are the main concerns and cares in Delaware. They don't have a drug problem. They don't have a crime problem. They have a wardrobe malfunction problems. Left and right, all over the fucking place. They have people wearing pants, yoga pants, everywhere. And they just cannot take it anymore. At least in that one town in Lewis, Delaware. Everyone. That's all they sold, apparently, was yoga pants. Like, no more. I can't take it. Because no one there did yoga either. They all bought the yoga pants, but there was no yoga being done, so you can see where that went. And whispering in church, shit talking behind the preacher's back. Oh, I gotta do that. But yeah, that's Delaware, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I had fun. I got a laugh out of it. I hope you enjoyed it too. And until next time, I'm Grave Knives. See you then.